All right, let's try this all again, everybody. This is North. I'm Lord Zath, and joined by Puddin597. This is day 2 of the tournament for the Enterprise G. This is the first game of the second group stage. Let that sink in for a moment. We now have teams of 9. We've got Voltrons formed on either side, 3 teams of 3 comprising each team. So imagine, if you will, the challenge, difficulty, and quite frankly, the hilarity that's going to ensue from 3 teams of 3 trying to organize overall strategy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the ships and the builds. We've got Lady Yeet in a Daring, Marley 13 in a Kleber, Sierra 40 in a Gearing. Excuse me. Hey, Puddin, go ahead and take over.
What, for the green team?
I don't care.
Well, I don't know if you finished them up. Wow, okay, for the green team, Gearing, Torpedo Bill, Daring, Golden Loot, Des Moines, Ledge, Moskva, Reload, Montana, I'm Gonna Live Forever, Ohio, with secondary? Interesting
That's
choice.
right. That's right.
Another Reload, Moskva, I find it interesting, and not a Ledge Mod Club.
Yeah, usually you see unique upgrades in Moskvas because of the extra accuracy that comes in handy. And usually you see unique upgrades in Gearings because that helps their concealment, turns them closer to a Shimakaze, and makes them very, very sneaky.
We pretty much have the exact same thing we had last time I told you what these guys were. We have a Ledge Mod Gearing with the Nevsky with a Ledge Mod Yami. The AFK Ledge Mod Moskva is moving up to B. And going to chocolates, we have the Ohio, Ledge Des Moines Daring, and double Napoli. And I find these Napoli builds to be confusing beyond best.
And why is that, Puddin?
One is running range, the other's running reload.
Yep.
Normally what you want to do is if you're bringing double of something, it's almost built identically. So if they're both reload, you have 2 ships, you're gonna hit the same target.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is why you either go both of them reload or both range. They both have the same range.
Right. Yep, so... And those are 2 of the same teammates, too, so I guess they were told just pick something. Arc 117's Moskva already coming under fire. He had a DCP a turret. Or no, a turret was disabled for a moment, I should say.
Club gets caught in Nevsky radar. See, this is... You know, to be honest with you, this whole smoke comp thing is why I'm probably for having carriers in the game, because you want to run this smoke comp, you can't sit 34 kilometers behind it. You better be in it.
That's right. Nice hit there from Dominguez Montana. And that's interesting, too. The Montana with the unique upgrade is all set basically to not worry about being farmed out. He even has the DCP booster in slot 1, so that when he DCPs, he stays invulnerable to fires and floods for even longer.
Oh, I'm shocked and appalled. There's a legendary Golden Lou that's going to be dropping nothing but Dutch ovens on a Moskva all game.
I mean, it makes sense, because if you think the Moskva is going to go there, you want, a Golden Lou on the other side to break that. But all last Sunday, last weekend, for Team League, we saw Golden Lous try to do it. And frankly, it's not effective enough. The only time I saw it really be effective was Painter's team that brought 2 of them. Because then you can really have an impact.
This is probably going to be undue to popularity comment. It's a skill issue. Right. Why do I say this? Because I've seen it enough in clan battles. I've seen it like, oh, you're going to park a ship there? Well, we're just going to say no. Right? And there's not going to be much you could do about it because, well, Golden Lou's only job is literally drop Dutch ovens on you. So go somewhere else So you can't have that happen, and it's
Yep.
usually not going to be a good spot.
Yep.
See, like this,
Um,
I'm not against the Golden Loon getting his guns into play, but why?
well, yeah, now you've got an Ohio that's like, hey,
You know, you know where the Moskva is at. Just drop one, unless he dropped all three right away, which is
he's been dropping on the Des Moines. I think they called him to try to hit the Des Moines instead. Um, and that's obviously going to give the Moskva enough time to recover.
you know. More importantly, dropping the Des Moines is bad because it's coming in at the wrong angle. To where the Moskva is a much better target.
Yep. Yep. Because you'll see with this strike here, he's coming through at probably about a 70 or 80 degree angle. So, it's not going to hit much. Actually, not going to hit anything because he's reversing. So, it's not effective. But even the angle to the Moskva is still going to look kind of that way, too.
It's Moskva might be the better angle though. It's not as harsh as the Des Moines.
Right, and it doesn't move around as quickly either. Worthy of note, though, is Sinus, the Moskva up to the north, has been farmed quite low. And there's a Napoli crawling up his butt.
Yeah, he's gonna have a bad time here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I would have put the Moskva back towards the bigger island where like the Montana is.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means these Nepalis kind of have to overcommit to get to you.
Right, you're talking about the island next to Lady Yeet right now?
No, the one further back.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Right, and the reason I say the one further back is because there's two Napolis, so you start there and then wait to see where the Napolis are.
Yep, meanwhile we have Conga Line... Nope, never mind, not Conga Line, just daring torpedoes. They're going to miss the Napoli, but that's going to tell the Napoli that something's rotated back. That being said, it's kind of ironic we've got a Montana here that went all in with I don't want to burn up against Napoli, who's just dealing with secondaries that are sap. Don't start fires. Not looking good for this team to start with, for Team Tap.
No, well, I mean, luckily the Montana's facing the correct way to just go, you know what, I'm done with you. I'm just full Wing out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to draw you in to my team. Right, like now the Golden Lou should be shooting the Napoli that's overextended, Master Chief. Right, like I don't know why the Deering's not smoking, pew-pewing the Napoli that is clearly spotted by Montana.
Yeah,
Napoli
that's a
doesn't
good
have
opportunity.
hydro. Right, this
Very
is
good opportunity.
It's a good opportunity to get him to smoke or stop moving forward.
Mm-hmm. What's the Golden Lou doing? All right, he is turning his turrets, so he is ready for a shot. But the Napoli's reversing, so he might get pulled too far back and show broadside to something.
Well, I mean, here comes the Deering. You know, the Des Moines moved up.
There's the salvo. It hits the island mostly.
I wonder if this Yamato's looking at the Golden Lou, because if he does back up, this Yamato can just be like, hello.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was looking at, and you can see the plane going up just for that. He's shooting the Moskva. I gotta say,
I don't disagree with that. I like that because it tells the Golden Lou, you better not reverse.
Yep. Golden Lou has daring torpedoes coming in, very tightly fired off, which is very nice to see. He's gonna take 2 torpedoes first trouble.
Is he flooding? He's not flooding, so he probably
Yamato shells?
DCP'd?
No. He DCP'd, yeah. It's on cooldown right now.
Now, the Napoli's have done a good job pushing the Montana back to, crap, I have to turn back around and go in towards them.
But I also like the fact that the Montana kited away towards the corner, which is the smart play there.
Well, the other thing is to the island, too. Utilize the island, even though, like, you have, Napoli and smoke to try to mitigate some of the damage. But Golden Lou is going to go down to Des Moines, Ohio, Daring.
Well, look at the Mosfa. The Mosfa's backing up to try to help his Gonlu, but Des Moines just going to come around and say, thanks for the free sits. Oh.
I think everybody's saying thanks for the free sits at this point.
Right. And there goes the Gonlu.
Club opens up on Moscow. I do not see a way back in for...
No.
I don't know who's the main team here. The green team. We're just going to call it the green team.
Right, and I just realized I had the thing reversed, so apologies, got it fixed for you. But yeah, I don't see an easy way back in for SDW. Tap is looking pretty strong here. I want to talk about something too. Did you notice the Yamato in the 5th slot is taking the torpedo acquisition, whatever it's called?
Assured detection.
Yeah, instead of concealment expert. It just seems kind of weird, but, whatever. Guess he really doesn't want torpedoes.
It's an interesting choice, but not the wrong choice for Yamato, because when does Yamato do what an Ohio's doing?
Right.
Like, we need to make a play. The last ship you actually want to do that with is a Yamato, because your turret verse is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we finally lose a ship on Tit side, so it's not an official wargaming blowout because...
Nope.
Thank you for your sacrifice, Moskva.
That's right, the whale just ate the Moskva. Melon pushing up now.
I like where the Des Moines went.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means, you're splitting this Moskva, right? He's got to stay bowing to, what do you call it?
Uh-oh.
Yamato. And if he moves too far forward, Des Moines says, thank you for more resets, and sits. If he moves too far back, hey, Ohio, you touch this Moskva.
Yep. Meanwhile, the Kleber came too close, got spotted by the Daring, and the Des Moines actually took him out.
Well, that's what happens when we fly too close to a Des Moines. Now you got double Des Moines. We have a Des Moines on Des Moines action.
The horror.
Oh, somebody's firing AP to destroy guns. Now, unfortunately, War Gambler Enjoyer is, well, he's stuck there. He goes too far forward, Yamato's going to immediately switch to him, and if he goes too far back, Yamato switches to him. Right? So he's got to stay within that channel to keep Taps Des Moines from getting involved in this Moskva battle.
Yeah, I'm also watching. Oh, Montana, for whatever reason, saying just kill me now. I don't get this at all. He came out. I think he was trying to get a shot on Zeke's Ohio, because he was quite low. But he's gonna die just to take this one shot that will absolutely not kill the Ohio. I just don't understand that. Why would he do that? He would have been better off just backing up, blocking the shot. Lady Yeet goes down.
He ran out of room. Like, this is what this realistically is. He's got nowhere to go.
True, but at that point, still, why would you just let the Ohio yeet you? Why not stay back there, force them to come to you, essentially?
Do not know. Oh, there goes the Moskva.
Yep.
This is all but over.
It is absolutely all but over.
And ironically, nobody got BCAP.
Oh, kind of wasn't needed in this, was it?
No, but usually you do see people make a play for it, then just completely give it up.
Yep.
Well, now
Ohio
the Des Moines has to deal with Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio trying to get in on that action, and War Gambling Enjoyer just backs up. He got lucky with that first salvo. Doesn't want to give another opportunity for another hit like that from the Ohio. And I say that as he moves forward, he's keeping a close eye on what the Ohio's doing. That's nice. That
Right.
forces him deeper in.
But you have to pay attention to the Yamato too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, he's stuck there. He's gonna live and die there.
Oh yeah. At that point,
Right?
especially with that Des Moines backing up as far, whoop, there he goes. I say
Wow.
with the Des Moines going back that far, you almost want to just go full forward yeet and like turn left or something after a little bit. But oh well.
Well, looks like Yamato's torpedo acquisition is finally going to come into play here in this battle in the last 1 minute.
Oh goodness.
What?
Nothing.
I
As the
mean,
Ohio takes torpedoes.
it's an interesting
Choice.
I-
He's also furious. No, he's not furious. I'm looking at the Ohio. No, somebody was furious.
no.
Yeah, the Yamato is
that's where-
furious.
Yeah, he's a furious Yamato that doesn't want to be torpedoed.
All right.
Like,
I have so many questions.
I wonder if he picked this and forgot to look at it and like, oh, there's no way somebody sets up a Yamato with Furious and acquisition, right?
Yep.
Nobody's that off the tilt.
Oh, here comes that torpedo acquisition. Oh, he still took one in the butt.
What a shame.
It is indeed a shame. Another shame is the fact that we have no death pick.
Right, you should have taken one from all the ships that did die.
Well, you know,
You
people
had plenty of
complain.
opportunities.
People complain when I drop the HUD to take a death pick while I'm casting a game, so I try not to do that.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you for our game one for tuning in. We have another game to bring you of these two teams shortly. Gonna do an ad break now just to be safe.
Let's just be more important. Team Bravo won.
Team Bravo did win that one.
Without having to resort to the other team bringing a bot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. We have any other results in so far? Nope. We do not have anything else in so far. I need to go get some more water pudding, so if you don't mind, go tell them that story about that one time. You know the one I'm talking about.
Right. Let's have a moment of silence for the story that I don't know what I'm telling. That always makes everybody happy. A moment of silence. We probably should have a moment of silence for this Yamato build. If anybody could explain it to me, they would be grateful. A furious Yamato with the assured acquisition, I think it's called. You know, the one that you can spot torpedoes and ships. Ships is, I believe it's an extra kilometer. Duckman, if you want ads, I'll let Zath know you want more ads, and he needs to change it to subscriber ads only, like sub ads only. I have no problem letting him be aware of that for you. Ow. Oh. I got an itch. What if we have people changing ships up? I really did like what opportunities? You don't want to push into a smoke Nevsky, right? Because you just lose way too much HP for free before you do anything. So that site immediately becomes passive because you can't afford to push into it. And what are you going to push into? Double Napoli? Like, that's not going to end well for you. right? You had the Yamato keeping check with the mid with your Mosby at B, right? I think this was more or less the red team. I can't remember. Like I don't know who the team leader is. Like what team it's the lead? Tap. I believe it's Tap. Like they brought an aggressive. They brought an aggressive ships to the one side, and that's exactly what they did on Seaside. And they put their we're going to hold you back, your passive ships, your Smoke Nevsky, to A side to hold them back, and that's exactly what they did there. Right? Yami's central, in case there is a push somewhere, he can turn his guns and potentially blast something. Well, it may take a while, but these teams, at least their callers should be able to be seeing this because they've gotten them this far in the tournament without bots, with teammates, without teammates. You know, hopefully they're calling this stuff out, and communication is going to ironically be key to this tournament.
Agreed. And also coming up with strategies that aren't so, like, complex.
The more complex, the better.
Okay.
Because it's just going to boil down to the simplest of, as what Sneaky once told me, if you're told to do something and you know it's so stupid, you just go, yeah, and ignore it. Right? Like if your caller tells you to go do something and you know it's not the right call, it's going to get you killed, there's zero gain to be called for it. He goes, you literally just say yes and ignore it. Right? And the reason you do that is because after the battle, when you're getting yelled at, is when you can go, you're a complete moron. You told me to go do this. We all know what was going to happen. Me pushing into 4 ships just never works out. I don't care what you're in. Right? As I will say, the one time for Peon, I was told by the caller in Cant, hey, I need you to go out over here. And I'm in the battleship. I'm like, listen, the destroyer's out here somewhere. I'm like, are you sure you want me to push out there? Like, I actually had enough time to convey all of that. And he goes, yeah, I need you to push out there. And I'm like, the minute I went out to make my turn to go where he wanted me to, I ate every single torpedo. Right?
And you're like, see?
I wasn't trying to go and do I know I'm just going to die, so I'm just going to die. Because I did the typical, oh, God, I swore. Right? I tell people, if you play with me, if you hear me swear, I've just done messed up, and I've recognized this, right? So there's no need to yell. And sure, like immediately after the game, he goes, no, you were right. That was the bad call to send you out there, right? But we use it as a teaching lesson. Hey, he asked, this is a bad call, right? And I still told him I needed him to do it, and it's like, sometimes you've got to do those because the caller's looking at the bigger picture to where you're paying attention to your ship.
Right.
So communication, especially a bunch of people you don't normally play with, is going to take so much farther over skill. Because the skilled players can tell you what to do correctly to keep you alive and get you to the position you need to be in. And that is put in the story for the day. And it's probably the story for the tournament. So we will now just have moments of silence from here on out. A lot of casters coming in here for a game too.
Well, right now we're trying to figure out if there are 3 games in the group or 2.
I wonder if arms race is the tiebreaker, because I'm not going to lie to you. I love it.
It's fun. That was fun to watch, wasn't it?
Well, I know you haven't done recently, but like there hasn't been a clan battle season I've missed. And
Mm-hmm.
it's literally, I'm so sick of tier 10 clan battle.
I mean, I would be too. That's actually part of the reason I stopped doing it.
Like, I do not want a tier 6 clan battle season. No, no. Like, no, that pain is there forever. No. Tier 8 was kind of enjoyable because it wasn't freaking tier 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the 8 with the 9, like, just granted the strategies are virtually the same, but it's different ships and they have different capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of fun, but throwing an arms race, you can take whatever strategy you have and just throw it out the damn window because it's we don't know where and what buffs are spawning. Right. So
Right.
you've got to be able to call, adjust everything on the fly, which is being from somebody who was called beyond irritating. But it's refreshing because it's new. Right. What buff do you go for right away? What
Yep.
buff are you willing to sacrifice the ship for?
Mm-hmm.
What buff don't you care about? Right? There are
Um,
technically stronger buffs, two weaker buffs. Oh, that's doing it.
yeah, it's
So shame.
confirmed. It's best of 3. I've been told to read the rules, which we did.
Did you
And
tell them we're part of the SD program?
I mean, number of matches played per encounter, best of 1, best of 2, best of 3, plus the waypoints are awarded. So, yeah, I am confused. But whatever. Not my tournament.
No, we're just here to cast it, enjoy it, and go, ha, I got tits and tap and zap does it.
That's right. Here.
Well, you can call out the green team.
Yeah, we can take a look at the green team. That's team SDW spawning up in the north for the second time in this best of 3 group stage. We have with us Melon 101 in a Daring, Sierra 40 in a Gearing, this time with unique upgrade, Lady Yeet in the Daring. We've got Nacho Bars Lumpy in a Lu with unique upgrade. Nobody's moving. This is probably not looking good.
I wonder if it's the wrong map or the wrong game mode.
It's arms race. It's got to be the
That's
wrong
what I
map.
mean. Well, I'm going to make it so much simpler for you guys. Nothing has changed on tap side.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. What does that mean?
They had a misclick with one of the ships.
What do you mean by misclick? Because you can't change ships. You've already you started the match. But they. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, in any tournament, I'm going to win any way I can, and if pulling a roll out of my ass is going to get me the win, I would do it.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely would too.
I yeah, that's not a. It's like you have to bring the same ships because you've technically started the match. Yeah, see, I'm just saying, like, the rules are here for a reason. Like, they can't change that ship now, misclick or not.
Mm-hmm.
It Wait, they brought an illegal. What? What do you mean 12-kilometer radars aren't allowed? There was literally a Nevsky. Okay, well, I mean, then I'll just use that rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I said, whatever rule is going to give me the win. If
Mm-hmm.
I like this, this would be a map win. All right, now we gotta wait for the ref. You know, the person not needed.
I need an adult. I need an adult. Well, you know what you all need? You need another ad break. I'm kidding. You don't. We're fine for
I
timing.
mean, like, you know, like I've said this even when I was playing. Like when I'm playing, I don't care if the casters, whatever. I don't care about the casters. I'm not here for the casters. I'm here to play to get my team to win. And like I said, if I got to pull a rule out of my butt to guarantee that win,
Oh yeah.
right? I'm not cheating. I'm playing within the rules. And calling a restart because you picked the wrong ship because you brought an illegal comp. Like, okay, what rule do you want me to use? Let me get the adult involved. I'm sorry, you broke him, not me.
All right. Limitations for ships. What do we have here? We have banned ships, and then we have limitations. Ship limitations for the first group stage and build-up stage round 1. Okay, we're past that. Ship limitations. Hope you all like are channeling your inner Ferengi right now. Build-up stage round 2. We're past that. All right. All available tier 9, 10, 11 ships until patch 1303 are allowed. Ship bans. Right. Class restrictions. Limitation for picking the same ship multiple times. No more than 2 of the same cruiser. Did they bring 3 radars? Did they bring 3 Moskvas? Limitation of 12-kilometer radars. Novoburst, Petra. Okay.
The thing they did was
Yeah.
Was an extra Moskva.
Okay. So what happens? It doesn't say anything about what happens right here about breaking the limit. Let's see. Round is automatically considered loss. One of the ship classes.
Now, see, I like somebody to point out in like it was within the 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like they most of these tournaments do have a leeway of somebody's an idiot, so we'll give you 2 minutes. And they did catch it. Oh, somebody's pointing out 2.6A should apply here. You know what? Here's the thing. You just let them fix it, play the match, let the refs figure it out, because it's probably going to take them a minute.
Here. First offense. Team independently reports a violation of their own ship selection up to 1 minute after the start of the game restarts conducted. So okay, they're fine. So,
yeah, perfectly fine.
Cool. We just wasted a whole bunch of time.
Well, no. We
did learn something. Read the rules. All 5 different documents of the rules. That's what we learned. So now that we have...
them.
And that's correct. That's correct. And there's a test on it later, everybody. So welcome everybody to game 2 of our best of 3 in the second groups stage of the Enterprise G tournament. Hope I got that all right. This is Arms Race, Trident. We saw this earlier today, which is kind of fun. Here we go. We have Melon 101 in a Daring, Sierra 40 in a unique upgrade Gearing, Lady Eats in a Daring, Nakabar's Lumpy in a unique upgrade Howden Lu, Sinus in a Napoli, Marley 13 Destroyer in a Nevsky, Gaminga in a Moskva without unique upgrade, Orgal Enjoyer is now in a Vermont, and Crazy Chrissy once again in the full secondary build. Ohio choosing to sit still for a little bit.
I don't think they can restart again, but for Team Tap, we have
Oh.
Des Moines, Ledgemont, Des Moines, Daring, double Canapolis going to the Warship HP. We have the Smoke Nepsky and the Smoker is the Garing, and Moskva and our Target Acquisition Yamato, all heading towards the 910 or the Reload buff.
Target Acquisition and Furious Yamato. That's correct. As for your comment about can they restart again, I don't know. Read the rules, Puddin.
Most tournaments only allow one restart. After that, you're screwed.
Yeah, but this tournament
Like,
might be different.
At this point, I'm just gonna go. Somebody call the adults again.
They tried that, but I don't know if any responded. Oh no, they did respond. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue.
Luckily, I'm not playing, so I can care less if an adult is called.
Lady Yeet now on 12-kilometer radar detected. As
Moskva got touched by the other Moskva. A little too far forward there.
yeah.
Ooh, Golden Luz dropping Moskva again.
A lot of bombs.
Bad hydro by the Moskva because he's gonna spot the torpedoes before they get to him.
No, he already hydroed.
Well, that's what I mean. Like he'll spot them before they touch him.
Oh, so that's a bad hydro because he used them early.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, use early. You gotta wait until you already spotted them to assure yourself that those are the torpedoes.
Fair enough. Now that hydro does detect the first rack of torps coming in, so he should be able to dodge it just fine. He's burning on one fire, so whatever.
All right, do we have action going on somewhere else? Because it's like watching a Moskva get shot at and burned is like just old news.
Well, we've got lots of
Smoke Nevsky versus Smoke Nevsky.
We got lots of shells coming in on Gaminga's Moskva. Not much is happening though with that.
Oh look, Des Moines at Des Moines Island, where the Golden Luz at.
Yep. So the two of them will just stare at each other angrily, unless something can break that. And there was an attempt with the Daring to break that, but missed. Unfortunate for the Daring.
Nice dodge of friendly torpedoes, Daring. He probably should have just ate one to keep going in a direction.
So, yeah, as you say, the eastern side, or sorry, eastern side is just completely stalled out. I think most of the action is going to happen over here on the west, as we have a Napoli that is deciding to show broadside and turn south.
Daring gets spotted in the middle, picking up the reload buff. I'm not 100% sure this is worth damage.
Well, don't worry, he's going to smoke in front of the Moskva, because clearly the Moskva is not ready.
Well, you gotta remember, he's already radared once and he's aware of that.
Oh, his radar's up again.
Golden Luz still is yet to figure out how to drop his Dutch ovens and hit something.
Yeah.
Hit something. Daring coming under a lot of... This is a lot of damage for a reload buff. Will it pay off for them?
Not even a reload buff. That's the damage buff.
No, he picked up the reload.
Oh, okay. I missed that because there's a damage buff he was heading towards too.
Right, no. Right where the heal buff was at was a reload.
Got it. Gonlu takes a torpedo from... I think that was a Daring. Hard to tell though. No, Napoli. That was a Napoli torpedo.
Tap Smoke Nevsky is not doing as... Well, okay. Tap's Nevsky's not doing as well as SDW's Nevsky, but SDW's Garing is not doing as well as Tap's Garing. Unfortunately, that has kind of changed a little bit, but it's not going to take much to get rid of the Garing. And for those of you who don't know or have not paid attention to us before, in order to beat a smoke, any sort of smoke comp, you kill one of two ships. The thing that smokes or the thing that shoots from the smoke.
That's right. Meanwhile, Superb Nacho in the Yamato with torpedo, whatever it is, assured acquisition, takes a torpedo.
I believe it's called assured acquisition. Somebody is not shooting HE. Keep expecting the Furious Vermont shoot HE.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Napoli goes down to the south to an Ohio salvo. Crazy Christie's been playing very aggressive with this Ohio, and it seems to be working out so far in this tournament. Daring just got smacked again.
Well, I mean, it kind of hurts because, you know, you bring in two Napolis together and they work better as a pair than single, especially for a push side.
Yep. Yep, so that's going to kind of end that whole discussion on that side. Meanwhile, you've got a Des Moines radar covering the heel. And Moskva radar is available for when that Des Moines radar does go down. Moskva's going to go for the heel. No. He's stopping and reversing again.
Oh, he goes for that heel spot and he's dead.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's just going to get whittled down again anyways by the Nevsky-Gearing combo up there.
Right. But hopefully you can reverse enough to the island. Ironically, though, the Des Moines is sitting on a buff to where the Golden Lou is not.
Yep.
I kind of think that gives the southern side just a touch of an advantage. Luckily for a buff to spawn there.
Mm-hmm.
This, ironically, will give the Moskva a little bit more HP also.
Yeah, the gun could just back up, and for some odd reason, he's choosing not to.
Oh, Lady E to slow and spot it. Maybe the Yamato can reach out and say, bye. I don't like this. I don't like this shooting at the Vermont. Take the chance and shoot the Daring.
Agreed. The Daring is so low, and this is arms race. If a heal buff does come up, and by the way, Daring does have a heal, you know,
what you mean
two
like
opportunities.
the heal buff right in front of the Moskva that you have to kill to get it?
Yeah. But there's two opportunities to possibly, you know, get some heals going.
Conga line corpse on a Golden Lou. 1, 2, 3.
It takes 3. Pours out the DCP.
Quick, I saw this in COTS. Quick, do the I saw this in COTS moment. Oof. Okay, so we are getting, both teams should be able to get the heal buff just due to where they're at once they actually drop in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that if I was this Yamato or this Moskva, I would be taking, like, you've got to know the steering is that low. Just shoot.
Yep, they're not willing to do it, even though he's sitting in smoke. Are continuing to back up.
Needs to go dark. Sadly, he needs to go dark again.
Good luck.
Golden Lou under a lot of pressure and on fire.
Yeah, but the Daring that's doing the shooting is also under immense fire right now. He's about to go down.
If you can at least get rid of the Golden Lou.
Oh, his final salvos does just that.
At least the Des Moines in the power position, as we call it, uncontested by a Golden Lou potentially coming up from another side.
Ark is about to go down. He managed to save the ship, barely.
I don't think he saved the ship.
Nope. More shots came in. The final shots from the Nevsky, just guessing on in there. There he goes. So far, looking pretty good for SDW.
You know, SDW, with only just having that reload buff, is showing how important at least having a buff compared to Tap having 3 buffs, a reload, and a double more ship HP.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is showing the importance of the heal buff, which is now completely, the one in center at least, completely wide open.
Open. Mm-hmm. And the Vermont could just back into the other one.
That's what I would do. I would sacrifice a DD to get the heal buff because, well, okay, there's literally nothing that can stop you anyways.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the gearing could just turn north right now and go for the heal buff too.
I think the Gearing's going back to Nevsky to give Nevsky smoke, but I think there was a miscommunication flaw there, and somebody getting that heal buff that like literally free for the taking.
I mean, that literally saves 2 of your destroyers. Daring finally gets in and gets it, but Yidis is going to die here.
But I mean, having that second heal buff, you know, at least saves the Daring, right? I don't disagree with sacrificing your Daring to get the one that's been sitting there, because you're going to be up on the heal buff, so you're still going to be able to out DPM or out damage the enemy ships.
Well, and at this stage of the game too, this stage of the battle, I mean, they have ships they can afford to lose in order to make that kind of a trade. You know, early in the game, you don't want that kind of trade, but we're at the point now they've established a ship lead. You know, they can afford to do it. As the Yamato kills the Gearing. What the heck? He shot... Look at this. He shot at the Nevsky, missed the Nevsky, and hit the Gearing because the Gearing drove right into him.
Did I show you that? Did I show you my bad aim clip?
Yeah, no, I'm the one that clipped it.
Right.
So.
Well, there were several people, but yeah. I feel the Gearing's pain.
I don't.
Right.
Why did you sail right into the ship that you know is being shot at? Like, bad decision.
I don't think it was a bad decision. I think getting too close was a bad decision, but he needed to turn around to get to that heal buff.
Right.
Like I said, that's where this miscommunication came from. It. Why didn't a Vermont get it? Why didn't you say, Gearing, get this, then smoke the Nevsky? The Nevsky can always rotate. Just put him in the smoke.
Right.
It doesn't have to be behind it.
Well, and even look at the Vermont now. War Gambling isn't even going for the heal that's right next to him that's about to spawn in a minute and a half. Why did he turn in there? Why didn't he go farther to the side and then turn in so that he can get on the heal? It's almost like these guys have forgotten that this is arms race.
Like this is the last smoke this Nevsky's gonna get.
That's right, because the Gearing's dead.
Right. Which means, with him being spotted and Yami shooting him, you know, it's not good. Oh, as the smoke dissipates, like, you need to kill this Yamato, who has 30 seconds till a heal. Right, you're gonna need help to kill him because of, you know, while you are getting a passive heal, that should allow him to get an extra salvo in, and that could be your death salvo.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
he's
twice.
Flyers, so I mean, he will die, but you know, your Nevsky's losing a lot of HP for this.
Well, and the turns he made forces him to slow down, as the other Nevsky just got clocked.
Well, Vermont said hello.
I don't think that was the Vermont. I think that was the Ohio.
Was it the Ohio?
I think that was the Ohio.
Both Nevskys get traded.
Yep. As we're down to 5-on-3 now. Melon going into the A cap, into the middle with the Daring. He's got Hydro on.
Like, realistically, Daring just rushes. You just rush. You got a Moskva, so if you die, whatever. Rush and get as much damage on this Daring as possible. Like, you don't even have to shoot. Just rush him.
Yep.
You've got an Ohio there.
Yep.
Oh, Gearing gets spotted. I think that's smoke fire
should be
penalty?
Yeah, I think that's smoke fire penalty. So he knows now that... Oh, Melon just got detected. So now Melon is going to stop and smoke and shoot and lose his target because he stopped and smoked and shot. And realizing it now, moving farther forward. Secondary Ohio versus regular.
I don't like the turnout by the Daring. Go in and just get the kill.
Like,
Like,
fortunately, they didn't need it, but yeah, I agree.
Like you are up ships. You never know the Gearing could actually get a triple kill, right? You deal massive damage to you and potentially the Vermont. The likelihood of that, statistically beyond low, but like where stuff has happened.
It's a tournament.
Like,
We have seen this.
like the casters not being aware of the rule set.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's never happened before today.
Of course not. Especially on a brand new tournament that none of us have seen before.
Right, and it's 6th iteration.
Yep. Hey, the Vermont did get the heal. Look at that.
What heal? No, that heal is still up. Oh, there goes the Gary.
No, the one to the north. He got the one to the north.
Oh, so he said screw the one at C7.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got ourselves a triple death pick for game 2. And that's a winner for SDW, so that means we're going to a game 3, right, Puddin'?
I can't count. I let's count after game 1.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Let's go to the tournament. And hopefully it won't be as long in between, but just to be safe, once again, I'm going to go ahead and do an ad break while we get this figured out and all that good stuff. Remember, I am streaming over to YouTube as well, so you can absolutely hang out over there as well.
My God. We're playing on Ocean.
Looks like it. Is that in the rules?
Oh, would it be Epicenter with Bastion and Arms Race?
Third map and corresponding spawns will be randomly drawn map from the tiebreaker map pool that has not already been chosen by the teams. The tiebreaker map pool.
So
tiebreaker map pool.
You don't want a Epicenter with Bastion and Arms Race game mode in the game?
Right, so now let's go and look at the other document that has our maps. Hold on, let me find the right tab, guys. There's just a couple of tabs open here. Okay, map pick from the map pool. Now, I don't see a tiebreaker map pool category. I just see a map pool category. Nope, wait, tiebreaker maps down here on the bottom. Down here on the bottom. Ocean, Riposte, Shards, Northern Waters.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm glad it was freaking Ocean.
Okay. All right, then.
You know, as much as we're kind of poking fun a little bit, it's all in good jest.
Yeah, of course.
Compared to other tournaments that shall be remained godless, the rules are very, 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 very clear, very detailed.
They are well written. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially the reason I bring this up, you know, due to prior experience and what having to deal with people having to read your stuff in different languages. This was a German tournament, so obviously it was written by Germans. Right. And the rule sets are like, for me, it's at least laid out very nicely. It's just, can you overcome your stupidity of reading, understanding, and clicking?
Right.
So, like, at this point, I'm loving this tournament. Like, when are we doing this again?
This coming weekend. Well, tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday is the plan. Okay, the next map is indeed Ocean.
I wonder what kind of ship lineup you bring for Ocean. Like, you're definitely going to have a smoke comp somewhere.
Yeah, and you probably want some 12-kilometer radar or 2.
Well, you can only have 2, as we've recently learned.
Correct. Correct.
Right. Like, we don't have to be vested in knowing the rule set, because we can just sit here and go, we're going to let the adults figure this out.
But you know what is really nice? The referee that made that decision actually messaged me and said, hey, this is the reason why we allowed for the restart of that game. So that's really cool. I like the fact that they are, you know, being very open and upfront about how things are working and stuff.
I mean, somebody pointed out exactly where in the rule section it was, too. That this was okay. And, like, I disagree with what Koch is doing now. as far as who gets to play.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, this tournament is very, very, very new tournament friendly.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And
Just
quite
because
frankly,
you lose doesn't mean you can't keep playing. If you
right.
play well enough, even while losing, the other team is going to go, well, we're going to take you because
Mm-hmm.
you guys played really well.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for the changes announced from COTS, we wouldn't have ever discovered this tournament, right? We probably would have heard about it or something or some rumblings, but you know, I think that this tournament has more people joining it as teams, partly because of that, right? Because now we've got the light being shined on other tournaments that are out there. So that's kind of cool.
I mean, I like don't get me wrong, I don't hate all the changes for COTS.
Mm-hmm.
Uh but to me, like ironically, like weekend one is always the best weekend for COTS because it's people are gonna try something that we've never seen and do things we don't think of or see.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone because it's literally going to consist of winners from tournaments and climb battle winners.
Right.
So it's going to be true, tried, tested snooze fest. The training room got what?
The person involved said he needed to set up a ship, and because the way the training room works, the host of the room has to leave in order to set up a ship.
Okay. Who will be setting it up then?
I think it's the same person.
No, it's not TAO. Oh, excuse me. Once
So
the training room gets back open, I'm going to go run to the bathroom.
go for it. Ooh, I finally found that file I was looking for.
Well, it's
It's
about
over
freaking time. You've
here.
been looking for that for years.
Oh my god. It took so long just to find this stupid file. Alright, there we go. Add media source. Is it media source or is it image? Actually, it's image. That's right. Okay. I always get those two mixed up. I hope you all are enjoying the tournament. Not sure what else there is to say. It's just we've been having a good time. This is day 2 of 5 days. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go to the. It's here. We're gonna try to make it the same size as my camera.
Please hurry up and set up your ship.
Close enough. I mean, gotta. What's a game without a delay, Puddin', right?
Well, I mean, I'll give him this much credit. He's going to make sure the ship is set up right
Mm-hmm.
because clearly Furious target acquisition Yamato is what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And like I literally questioned all of it.
36 point. Okay.
My personal opinion, it doesn't work with the Yamato because like you already do yes for damage and
Mm-hmm.
you have no for a heal. Right? Like the reason it kind of works for the Conqueror is because you have yes for heal. Right? Like everyone else pulls out a roll of duct tape. The Conqueror pulls out a box of duct tape.
Game is back up now.
It's up. Right? I shall return.
Go for it. All right, so now we have Puddin properly added to the listings here. And it's gonna be a bit, y'all. And be a bit. What's our schedule looking like? How far behind are we now? We were supposed to start 21:45 CEST. Current time. CEST. So we were supposed to start this second stage 10 minutes ago. Alrighty then. Where was the map pool again? Tournament domination. All right. So the only other thing I have left to figure out, is a ship bands setup. But the problem with that is this rule set allows for tier 11.
Okay, what's wrong with tier 11?
Well, it's just if there are tier 11 ships that can be played, you have two possible options, 9 tier 10s, or you can take a tier 11, but then you have to take 2 tier 9s.
I don't think it. I
Okay.
don't think a super ship is worth it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe I can build in what I do normally for cots and put in the ship bands and stuff like that. But that'll take a little bit of work to do, but I can probably figure it out. Let's take a look at that. So who banned what? Tap banned Petro. Oh, see, yeah, and they banned Annapolis. So how can
I
I
mean,
how can I put that in right now? That's not. Oh no, Annapolis is in here. Oh, interesting. Okay.
like banning the Annapolis makes sense, right? Because it
Yeah.
realistically limits to what you're going to put behind the smoke. I'm surprised it's been Nevsky's and not Brisbane.
Yeah. Why is that?
Torpedoes. Like you're going to probably get a little bit more utility damaging, whittling ships down with the Nevsky, but the yeetability of Brisbane torpedoes has
Mm-hmm.
literally been shown. Like the first time I was playing COTS, it did a better job torping things than the destroyers that were designed to torp things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if I can program this in. Yeah, Brisbane's a good ship. I think it's really good, especially for breaking the death nails because of all the torpedoes you can just luck chuck.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like you can actually put your ships into the smoke Even if it's Snubsky for Snubsky. But with the Brisbane, no, you have to be behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You need that distance because it's 13.5 for the Torps, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which means you have to not be in that smoke. Which ironically gives you less maneuverability because you can't accidentally sail from behind this concealment.
Right. Put this here. How about that? I probably have room on the right side in battle. Yeah, I think I do. In a second. So what I'm doing, chat, while we're waiting for the teams to ready up and get everything figured out, is I'm building up the ship bans list so that you guys can see what ships have been banned as well while we are playing. So if you say, why didn't they just take this ship? Well, you know. Wait, what just happened? Okay.
Well, we're waiting for one person to show up.
Yep. Ban B first. Ban B first. For font size. That should be okay. Okay, that looks almost okay. I'll figure that out in a little bit. This is the first one. Move that up. Looks like both teams are readying up. And we have dropped. Good.
Well, this is a disaster.
Why is that, sir?
I have no idea. I'll think of it later.
Okay, who's on the left side this time? Tap. So this time, I think I go for the regular spawn, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our first game 3 of the Groups 2 bracket. Yeah, Groups 2 stage, I mean. This is going to be Tap versus SDW. And Tap is bringing, by the way, we're on Ocean, because that's fun. Bringing with them a Shimakaze, full torpedo build Shimakaze with 12-kilometer torps. We've got a Gearing with unique upgrade, another Gearing without unique upgrade, a Nevsky, another Nevsky, Holbert, and a Minotaur. Followed by a Yamato with unique upgrade and a Ohio. That's your typical tanky build. By the way, the Minotaur is a Manitar. It does have radar.
At this point, Manitar should be smoke because everybody shoots into it. For SDW, we have a reload Nevsky with a Gearing, large Gearing, heading to Apples. We have a Daring making a break for Bacon. The Conqueror and Range Nevsky are also, looks like, making a break for Apples. While going to Chocolate is going to be Gdansk, double Marsilli, and secondary build Ohio. Both Marsillis are faster shooting, i.e., reload.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how you set up, in my opinion, two ships of the same type. They are
Yep.
virtually identical. I think one, yeah, even Captain Skills, I think they're identical.
No, they are different.
No, one does have Superintendent, the other does not.
And one has priority target, the other one does not. One has propulsion upgrade in slot 2, the other one has fire and flood chance reduction.
I mean, it kind of tells you who they want to take the lead, to take some of the damage or most of it.
Right.
Oh, Daring spotted at Bacon.
Yeah, that's the joy that is Minotaur with Gearing Smoke. And then look, the Colbert is also going to get in on this. Actually, he's going to get in on it by being shot at by the Ohio. Well, they do push the Daring out.
Lost a lot of HP for this. He will be able to heal some of that back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Meanwhile, Shimakaze is going to go into the A cap. Gdansk is going to go into the C cap. Conqueror is not a bad choice for this map, right? It's got that super heal.
That's why it's that really good HE.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're all shocked and appalled, but wow, most tournaments are who can get the most fires on a ship?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have double Nevsky in the smoke cloud, so we have all the Death Snail on one side for SDW.
With all the torpedoes coming in.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Dominga's going to take 3. That will leave a mark. As Nacho's going to take... No! Oh, off-skill no luck for him.
Off-skill no luck?
Brilliant torpedo salvo from that Shimakaze.
Interesting that you're using the shimmy for the Death Snail.
Hmm. So that tells me that that's like their kite side, and their focus side is going to be other side.
You know what's funny is if that shimmy had 20s, he would have hit both Nevskys and they'd both be hurting real bad.
Well, that's true, but it also would have been longer before the Nevskys, took the torps, right? They would have been able to react sooner.
The speed's not that much different. It's detectability between 12s and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and you're behind the smoke, so you can't spot them anyways because the smoke is there. It's your Hydro that will spot it.
Wait a second. You can't spot torpedoes in smoke?
Nope.
Never heard of that.
A lot of people forget that. You can't, because you can't spot anything when you're in the smoke. Right? You can put a plane over somebody if they're in smoke and nobody else is spotting that plane's not spotted.
Well, I understand that. I'm talking about torpedoes, though.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Let's see, Tab Scaring coming under some pressure from
the
Gdansk and double Marsilli. Gdansk wisely smokes up.
Yeah, he already used his radar, so there's no chance to get the hits on the gearing again.
More importantly, I think damage has been done in in 4 seconds? Gdansk will have his radar again.
Right. Well, that'll just buff his adrenaline rush again, that's all.
Daring is backing into Chocolate. A lot of torpedoes going in that smoke cloud where the gearing is, but Colbert and both Minotaur both have their Hydro going. Gearing spots these. I'm going to assume the Hydro actually had them spotted a little bit. So they just sail into nowhereness.
Yep, there goes one of the Nevskys. We figured that was a matter of time. He took so much damage from those torpedoes. And it looks almost like Tap is rotating back around. So they were going to go up to the north, but then the 2 Marseilles were up there. So they turned around. Now they're focusing on SDW's daring in the middle of the cap, or middle of the map, who's been spotted. That's Minotaur radar.
I think that's the brilliance of, well, we'll just send both smoke Nevskis to both sides, keep things central, and figure out where we got to kite from there.
Right, yeah, you can react to what the enemy is going to do with their deployment.
Right, because like your Minotaur and Colbert are still controlling mid, but can easily come over and help control A, which is what they've done and are doing.
Worth noting, the daring is out of heals completely.
I mean, it's just funny. He's almost combat ineffective. Like, he's gonna really be having to pay attention to the radars when he got caught underneath them. Ooh!
Oh!
Gehring dies to shimmy, Torps.
Yeah, he makes that turn after making the smoke and just happens to turn the wrong way. That Torp breaks his back.
This Torp-Nevsky combo is, well, no longer a thing. Now you're, holy crap, I need a kite Nevsky.
Yep. And currently he's broadside to the Ohio. Let's watch.
Now, with that Gehring being gone, yes, you can risk your shimmy to get in closer because you do have a battleship moving up. You have your Nevsky moving up. You have the Colbert Minotaur in a, like, can easily come over and help. Right? So, getting this Nevsky spotted, even if he's radaring you, is going to be worth it because he's obviously still shooting. You know, the only person that can come smoke him is a daring, and, well, that doesn't last long.
Speaking of shooting, the Gehring has discovered the Gdansk.
Or has the Gdansk noticed the Gehring?
Well, they're going to trade. It's actually a good trade for Tap, though. That stops a lot of their push on that side.
Good trade for everybody, because now we don't have an official wargaming blowout.
This is true. Shimikaze detected on radar, backing away from the Nevsky. Manages to do it.
What I mean, like, even if you take some damage in the shimmy, you're so full health. The Nevsky's going to keep himself spotted by shooting.
Yep, Nevsky is currently on one fire. His DCP is down. He has 3 heals. I'm surprised he's not healing right now. He's probably
trying to do the smart thing and wait until he's dark so he can actually heal up instead of just constantly fighting it. But Torps are gonna.
Well, he's dark now.
Yeah, Torps are gonna solve that problem for you. You don't have to worry anymore.
That I'm just confused about. I mean, you got the heal. Use the damn heal. Especially considering how much of his damage was healable. I'm surprised he didn't use that heal. War gambling in trouble?
I think he's in more than in trouble. I think he's dead. I'm not sure if he's going to break out the box of duct tape fast enough. Nope.
Nope.
Nope, the duct tape goes down with him.
Yep. So SDW down to 1 battleship, 2 cruisers, and 1 destroyer. Daring is quite low. I mean, this is pretty much over.
I was going to say, what destroyer? Because, like, even if he gets away, what are you going to do? Like,
but look at his Torps on the Ohio.
Do they have the range? I hope they do.
They do. Of course, they're daring Torps.
I was going to say, Ohio says, whatever, Haas.
Yeah.
I got enough HP to survive this. Like, once again, this is where I would be like, Shimmy, just go spot him.
Well, and if you look at it, that's
heal. Like, you got a Nevsky, me, and our gear, and like, you have more than enough health. Who cares if you die? Getting this daring stuck bow in or knowing where he's at is more important.
Well, yeah, and if you look at the Shima, he's got radio location, so he was doing exactly that, just driving straight at that radio location.
As we can clearly see, this Shimmy has downloaded the hot patch and installed the guns on his ship.
Yeah, that bow turret. Oof, Ohio ends his life, but you know what? It doesn't matter. He did good. He's the reason why this team is going to win, frankly. MVP of this match.
Go to hell with your hot patch, buddy. I'm paying back my team for you literally eating anything.
Everything?
Well, I don't think he heated the.
I know.
Something.
Something.
There was something he didn't
Something.
eat.
Something.
We're not sure. Well, there's a single Marsili left, and, well, quite frankly, if I was him, I would literally stop broadside to somebody to yeet me.
32 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, he uses his reload boosters like, I'm not going down with a fight. And everyone's going, what fight?
There he goes. He must have changed ammo types too.
Oof. Well, you guys got 5 seconds to kill him. I don't think
Tells
you
me
do
it's not gonna happen. So no death pick here. We'll just take a, you know.
I will say excellent focus fire at the end, even though there was literally one ship.
Yeah. Great focus fire there. All right. Well, congratulations to Tap for winning that best of 3 round, and we got to figure out what's coming up next. So let's go.
At least it moves on for you.